Number 5. Styling updates. Honda is giving the 2026 CR-V a visual refresh, and reactions are mixed. The company is rolling out new 18-inch wheel designs across most trim levels, with the Sport Touring getting 19-inch options. The updates also include subtle refinements to body lines and fresh paint choices, including the new ash green metallic color that debuted on the Passport Trail Sport. But here's where the controversy kicks in. Many buyers and critics are saying Honda should have done significantly more with the exterior design, especially considering the timing. The Toyota RAV4, the CR-V's biggest rival, is getting a complete ground-up redesign for 2026. We're talking fresh sheet metal, bold new styling language, and a thoroughly modern appearance that's catching eyes everywhere. While the new wheels look sharp and the fresh color options add some variety, the overall silhouette and design remain virtually unchanged from the current generation that launched a few years ago. For a vehicle that needs to compete against an all-new RAV4, some industry watchers are questioning whether these modest updates will be enough. When your primary competitor shows up with completely fresh looks, standing pat with minor updates might not cut it. But exterior styling is only part of the equation. What happens when you open the door and look at the technology inside is creating even bigger debates. Number 4. Touchscreen upgrade. Picture this. You're driving home after a long day, fumbling through menus on a small touchscreen, trying to change your navigation destination. It's frustrating, it's distracting, and it shouldn't be this hard in a modern vehicle. Honda is now making a 9-inch touchscreen standard across the entire lineup, replacing the smaller 7-inch unit that previously came on base models. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are also becoming standard equipment, along with a wireless charging pad. The larger screen provides more space for split-screen functions like having your map and audio controls visible simultaneously. Higher trim levels, including the EXL, Sport L, Trail Sport, and Sport Touring, are getting an upgraded 10.2-inch digital instrument cluster, a nearly 50% increase in size that lets drivers customize what information they prioritize. But the controversy emerges when you compare the CR-V to its competition. Many rival compact SUVs are now offering even larger infotainment screens, with many stretching to 12 inches or more. More importantly, several competitors have infotainment systems that reviewers consistently rate as more intuitive and feature-rich than Honda's setup. The digital instrument cluster situation adds another layer to the debate. While Honda deserves credit for making it available on more trims, it's still not standard on the base LX or mid-level EX. When you're paying over $30,000 for a new vehicle, some buyers feel a digital gauge cluster should be standard equipment, not an upcharge reserved for higher trims. Technology upgrades are nice, but they mean nothing if the vehicle can't handle the terrain you're planning to explore, which is exactly why the next update is causing such heated discussions. Number 3. Trail Sport arrives electrified. The 2026 CR-V is finally getting the Trail Sport treatment, Honda's increasingly popular off-road-oriented trim package. Trail Sport models currently account for roughly 20% of combined Passport, Pilot, and Ridgeline sales. The CR-V Trail Sport comes with distinctive styling elements including orange Trail Sport badges, silver skid plate garnish, gloss black trim pieces, and exclusive shark gray 18-inch wheels. More importantly, it's equipped with Continental Cross Contact ATR all-terrain tires, designed to provide enhanced traction in dirt, sand, mud, and rocky conditions. But here's the controversial decision. The CR-V Trail Sport is exclusively available with Honda's hybrid powertrain. You cannot order it with the standard turbocharged gas engine. This makes it Honda's first ever hybrid-only Trail Sport model. For Honda, this makes strategic sense. Hybrid models already represent more than 50% of total CR-V sales, and the hybrid system's instant electric torque delivery can actually benefit off-road performance. Think about crawling over rocky terrain at low speeds. Electric motors provide immediate torque response without transmission lag. The hybrid also provides superior fuel efficiency for exploring remote areas far from gas stations, but traditional truck and SUV enthusiasts are scratching their heads. In their view, hybrids and off-roading don't belong together. They point to concerns about hybrid system durability in harsh conditions, the added complexity of electric components, and the perception that real off-road vehicles should have pure combustion engines. Critics also worry that battery packs mounted low in the chassis could be vulnerable to damage from rocks and debris, though Honda counters that the battery is well protected, and ground clearance remains at 8.2 inches. All-terrain tires are one thing, but they're only as good as the drivetrain system sending power to the wheels, and that's where the controversy gets even more interesting. Number 2. Upgraded all-wheel drive system. Imagine you're driving up a muddy Forest Service road when one rear wheel hits a slick patch and starts spinning uselessly. You're stuck, going nowhere while your friend in their Subaru drives right past you. It's exactly the kind of situation all-wheel drive systems are supposed to prevent. Honda is implementing enhanced traction management programming across all 2026 CR-V all-wheel drive models. At speeds below 9 miles per hour, the system detects when wheels on the same axle are rotating at significantly different speeds, indicating that one wheel is slipping while the other has grip. When this happens, the system increases power delivery to the wheels with traction while applying braking force to the slipping wheels, creating an effect similar to a locking differential. But this update is generating significant skepticism, and for good reason. The CR-V has historically been known for having one of the least capable all-wheel drive systems in the compact SUV class. Unlike competitors with sophisticated all-wheel drive setups, the CR-V's system has traditionally been reactive and slow to respond. Critics are questioning whether this software-based traction management update represents a real solution to the CR-V's all-wheel drive limitations. Many believe Honda would need hardware changes, upgrading clutch packs, torque vectoring systems, or implementing a more robust power transfer mechanism to truly compete. A programming update that only activates below 9 miles per hour doesn't sound like it's addressing the fundamental weaknesses. If Honda can improve off-road traction through a simple software update, why didn't they do this years ago? Some see this as Honda making the minimum viable improvement to check the off-road capability box without investing in expensive hardware upgrades. These capability upgrades sound promising on paper, but none of them matter if the bottom line doesn't make sense, which brings us to the most controversial change of all. Number 1. Price increase. The 2026 Honda CR-V is getting more expensive, and the price jump is causing serious debate about value. The base LX model is expected to start around $32,315, an increase of roughly $820 over last year's model. The mid-level EX is about to start around $34,545, up approximately $800. The EXL is looking at a starting price near $37,000. The hybrid models are seeing similar increases. The entry-level Sport Hybrid is about to start around $37,000, while the new Trail Sport Hybrid will command approximately $40,000. Honda's justification centers on added content. Every CR-V now comes standard with the larger touchscreen, wireless connectivity, and a wireless charging pad. But critics are pushing back hard on this logic. A larger touchscreen and wireless connectivity are becoming expected standard features across the industry, not premium upgrades that justify substantial price increases. The value equation becomes even more questionable when you consider what the CR-V isn't getting. The styling remains largely unchanged while the RAV4 gets a complete redesign. The underlying platform, suspension, and powertrains are carryovers. The all-wheel drive system's improvements are software-based rather than representing significant hardware investments. The Trail Sport's $40,000 starting price is particularly controversial. While it offers unique styling and all-terrain tires, it doesn't include the mechanical upgrades found on some competitors' off-road trims. You're paying a substantial premium for what amounts to a cosmetic package with better tires. Compare that to competitors offering true mechanical enhancements like lifted suspensions, locking differentials, underbody protection, and some buyers question the value proposition. When you're asking buyers to pay more for updates that feel incremental rather than transformative, especially while your main rival is bringing a completely redesigned model to market, the controversy is understandable. The 2026 Honda CR-V updates reveal a company playing it safe rather than swinging for the fences. Honda is betting that modest technology improvements, a new Trail Sport variant, and software-based capability upgrades will be enough to keep buyers interested. Even as prices climb and the competition brings more substantial changes to the market, the CR-V's proven reliability and strong resale values might carry it through this update cycle, but the question remains whether incremental improvements at higher prices represent the right strategy when your biggest competitor is bringing a completely redesigned vehicle to the fight. Speaking of the completely redesigned 2026 RAV4, make sure to check out our video about 7 incredible updates that come with the new generation. If you think Toyota would play it safe with this redesign, considering its market-leading position, this video will show you that things are quite the opposite. The new generation brings much bolder styling, way more upscale interior, and probably the most radical under-the-hood change in its history.